Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles Odell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today we're looking at something that can be a real nightmare for any homeowner: mobile home roof leaks. Everything we're going to talk about is based on our latest research over at mobilehomefriend.com, and you're going to want to stick around for this one because it is absolutely critical. We're kicking things off with this quote from Chuck Odell because it's just the stone-cold truth. That little drip you might be seeing, it's not just a minor hassle, it is a ticking time bomb. See, a traditional site-built home can handle a little moisture, but the materials in a manufactured home, we're talking particle board and paneling, they just don't have that same tolerance. They can get ruined, and I mean fast.
And this right here, this really drives the point home. We've seen it so many times. A simple $50 fix gets ignored. Maybe it's a cracked vent boot, something small. But you let that go for a single rainy season, and all of a sudden that tiny issue has exploded into thousands of dollars in repairs to your subfloor, your walls, your insulation. The real key, and we can't say this enough, is you have to act immediately.
Okay, so you need to act fast. But how? Well, that brings us to our first and most important step: the investigation. You really got to put on your detective hat here, because finding where that water is actually getting in, that's everything. Now, here's the good news. These leaks, they're surprisingly predictable. From all our years out in the field, we figured out that a whopping 90% of them come from just a few common culprits. It almost always comes down to a busted seal or a seam that's given up. So let's look at the lineup of usual suspects. Number 1, without a doubt, is the plumbing vent boot. The sun just bakes that rubber gasket until it cracks. Then you've got your J-rails and seams. The putty tape under there just dries out, gets brittle, and stops moving with the house. And don't forget clogged gutters. They can push water right back up under your roof edge, rotting everything out from the outside in. All right, so we know the common causes, but the million-dollar question is, where is your specific leak coming from? And you gotta remember a super important fact here. The stain on your ceiling is almost never directly underneath the actual hole in the roof. Water travels. So you've got to check from both the inside and the outside. When you're up on the roof, you're looking for sealant that looks like cracked, dried up mud. We call that alligatoring. And be careful, but press down on the roof decking. If it feels spongy, that's a bad sign. It means water has already started rotting the wood. Now from the inside, a thermal camera is a fantastic pro tool, but you can also just use your eyes and hands. Look for stains and feel for any soft spots in the ceiling. Okay, detective work is done. You found the source. Now it's time to pick your repair method. And listen up, because this is so important. Mobile home roofs are not the same as the shingle roofs you see on site-built houses. They need totally different fixes. And please, please hear this loud and clear. Never, ever, ever let somebody talk you into putting heavy architectural shingles on your low-pitch mobile home roof. They just aren't designed for it. The weight alone is a huge problem, and when you combine that with poor water drainage, you're looking at a recipe for a total catastrophic collapse. Just don't do it. Now, for a metal roof, a good silicone coating is going to be your best friend. But, and this is a huge but, it only works if you do the prep work first. You have to start with a perfectly clean, rust-free surface. Then, you've got to go over every single screw head with mastic sealant. Only after all that is done can you roll on the coating. That coating is only as good as the surface it's sticking to. I mean, this quote really says it all. We have seen this happen so many times. People try to cut corners, they paint right over dirt and rust, and guess what? That brand new expensive coating fails. It peels off in giant sheets within a year. It's just a total waste of time and money. If you want the full technical breakdown on how to do this right, check out the post on mobilehomefriend.com. Now, if you have a rubber roof, the rules are totally different. The number one thing to remember is this: do not, under any circumstances, use a sealant that has petroleum in it. It will literally dissolve the rubber membrane. You will make the leak 100 times worse. You have to use the patch kits and primers that are made specifically for EPDM or TPO roofing. All right, let's get to the question that's probably on everyone's mind. How much is this all going to cost me? We get it. Budget is a huge deal. So let's break down some of the numbers.
As you can see, what we've got here is that classic trade-off between your upfront cost and how long the fix is going to last. Sure, replacing a vent boot is cheap, but you'll probably be doing it again in 5 to 8 years. A full silicone coating, that's a fantastic middle-of-the-road option that buys you a solid 10 to 15 years. But if you're in it for the long haul and you want that true set-it-and-forget-it solution, a TPO roof over is the gold standard. Yeah, it's a bigger investment, but it can last up to 40 years. It really protects the value of your home.
So what should you actually buy? Well, these three are the products we trust and use on our own properties. Liquid rubber for coatings, a turn-up-on tape is amazing for seams, and Dicor sealant for around your vents. This is the pro-grade stuff that gets the job done right the first time. And like we said, you can find direct links to all of these on the Mobile Home Friend website.
You know, the best repair is always the one you never have to make in the first place. If you can shift your mindset from just reacting to problems to being proactive, you're going to save yourself so much money and stress. It's the key to long-term victory. And this simple checklist right here, this is your secret weapon. Just doing this twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, makes all the difference. You're just sweeping off leaves, checking your sealants to make sure they're not brittle, and taking a quick peek inside and out. We're talking about maybe an hour of your time, twice a year, that can literally save you thousands of dollars. Consistency is everything. So we just want to leave you with this one last thought. Your roof is so much more than just shingles or metal. It is the shield for your entire life inside that home. It protects your family, your memories, your investment. You gotta treat it with respect. Thanks for watching. For more guides and the full article on this topic, head over to mobilehomefriend.com. Don't forget to check the links in the description below. Stay dry out there.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomeframe.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.